Welcome, everyone, to listen to the Vibes Daily Devotions, where we take a little bit of time each and every day to help you to get one step closer to that goal of success, whether it be in business or just life in general. Thank you for joining, and here we go. All right, everybody, we're going to start this segment off. I'm going to read you a quote from Franklin D. Roosevelt, which says, "Men are not prisoners of fate, but only prisoners of their own minds." Now, I'm going to explain to you what I really believe he was trying to say here. It's not the circumstances around you or what you think is, your destiny that determines, your success. It's what you think in your head. If you are determined that you're going to be a success, that's what gets you there. It's not the circumstances around you. You can claim that all you want. And if you're making excuses, well, you're still a prisoner of your own mind, because that's what you're doing. You're using excuses. You have become a slave to that. Instead, when you free your mind, you think of the things that you can accomplish, the things that you can do, or the things that you want, and you strive for those things. That's how you become a success. And don't let outside circumstances, friends and family or social media, the news, don't let these things determine how, you're going to feel that day or what you're going to think that day. You have to make up your mind. Only you can control that. Other people cannot do that for you unless you let them, and then you are still a slave to them. Every time that I wanted to try something different, and whether I succeeded or failed, that was not the determining factor. It was something I felt I needed to do. I'd have people in my own family telling me why that was a bad idea or why it wasn't going to work, instead of trying to find ways for it to work. Hey, try this, try this, try this. No, it was just fail before you even try. And I think other people have done it. Why can't I? When I wanted to move away from the Houston area and move up to Austin, I was told, oh, how expensive it was, and I wasn't going to like it. And, it's just a whole different world. Yeah, it is a whole different world for me. Growing up in and around Houston, there was all the chemical plants and, just belching all this crap into the skies. And, I got tired of the smells and, my asthma always acting up, and, it was getting crowded around there. It's like people didn't care. The traffic was really bad. It was just getting too much. And I found myself, I would be on the road driving and just looking around and going, oh my God, why am I here? I wanted to be happy. And I knew people that had lived up here around Austin, and they told me that it was great. I wanted to see for myself. I came up, I visited, I checked it out before I moved up here, and got a little helper right here. But anyway, so I came and I checked it out. I fell in love with it right away. You know what? The prices were really not that much different than what it was around Houston. It was so much more beautiful. You don't have all those plants and, the junk being pumped into the air. And, I've had to contend with cedar trees, and that messes with my allergies. But hey, you know what? I had allergies down there too. My point being, I've been here for 3 years. I love the area. It's a little more laid back. I'm not downtown Austin, so you know, I'm not in the hustle and bustle of that city. Not that it's nowhere near as bad as it was in Houston, but anyway, to further this along, the whole point is I tried it, I liked it, and if I didn't like it, I could always go back or find somewhere else to go. You know, I wanted to change my career path. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're so established doing what you're doing now." Yeah, but I was tired of it. After 20 years, I was fed up with it. It's time to move on. I've met so many new people. I'm doing so many cool things. I'm a lot happier. You can do that as well. All you have to do is be determined that you're going to at least try. It doesn't hurt to at least try. And if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Keep going. Get it in your head that you're worthy, that you can accomplish things. The things people say you can't do, believe that you can and you will. Even if you have to try it over and over and over and over again, something out there is calling your name. You have to be determined to go out there and do it. You have to do it because you want to. Don't listen to what other people are saying. You have to make up your own mind. Why is it that other people are so much smarter than you? Why does it have to be that way? It doesn't. You are just as good as anybody else. You know what? If you make a bad decision, so what? Everybody has. When you fall down, pick yourself back up again. Keep moving. Energy has to continually move. I mean that's the way of life. And if you just determine that you're going to give up, you become stagnant. You're going to run down one way or another. And energy cannot be destroyed. Only it can only be transferred. So if you've given up, that energy is going to go to somebody else. Somebody else is going to go out there and be a success. Look at all these CEOs and the artists and musicians and actors and all that stuff. How many times were they turned down for roles or they were told they weren't good enough, but they kept going? You know, your music's not good enough or your art's not good enough. You know, the I don't know how many of you know who Robert Plant is. If you don't, look him up. Lead singer from Led Zeppelin. The first time somebody came out and watched him play with or sing with his band, this was before he was in Led Zeppelin, they wrote up an article and said he was the worst singer ever, never going to make it. The guy, they just didn't like him at all. And look, surely you know who Robert Plant is. The guy is a huge success. Even when he left Led Zeppelin, still a success. As known as one of the greatest singers in rock history. He could have let somebody else determine his fate, but he didn't. Don't let this happen to you where you let other people deter you. Don't be a prisoner of your own mind. Think positive thoughts. And while we're on that subject, think good thoughts, say good words, take good actions. 3 steps you should take every day. You can't fail when you do that. Also, did you get up this morning thankful for the things that you had? Did you write them down? Did you say them out loud? Did you even think about them? If you're not thankful for what you have, how can you expect to get more? Have you done your vision board? Get those photos. Jot things down, put them on that board, put them on your refrigerator, hang them on your mirror, look at them every day, get that going in your mind. That's how things get done. Continuously think about it. You know what I'm talking about. If there's something you really, really want to do, you find a way. You want to take that trip to, to Disneyland or whatever. You found a way to get there. You found a way to save up. You made it happen. Anything in this world worth having, all you got to do is make a determination that you're going to get there. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, because it's only through your support that we're able to continue doing the things that we do. And until the next one, have a great day.